Hey guys, welcome to the Pixel Street Podcast. I'm John Hansen, or Revik Shadows. I got Joel Campos with me. How you doing, Joel?
Pretty good. What's going on?
Not much. Took care of my sick daughter, and you know what? I'm just ready to talk about video games.
Right on.
Right. So just a reminder, we are planning on streaming every single Thursday from the Almost Random YouTube channel. Afterwards, a YouTube video will be uploaded, and every Monday we will have a recorded version, audio recorded version on your favorite things you like to listen to. I don't know. What do you call it? SoundCloud?
I mean, yeah, your favorite podcast of choice software, I guess.
There you go. So, it's been a pretty news-filled day in the video game world for January. I mean, we're going to get on to that later, but we actually have some stuff to talk about besides just the entire year.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's a lot more to talk about this week.
Yeah. First, if you want to start us off with the new releases coming up.
Yeah, sure. So on January 16th, 2018, you have Street Fighter V Arcade Edition for the PS4. Have you ever played that?
No, I'm not much of a fighting game fan. Street Fighter's never really caught me. Like Mortal Kombat and Super Smash Brothers are pretty much the two fighting games that I stick to.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Mortal Kombat, I haven't played 10 at all, but what's Injustice? Those ones always appeal to me. I've never played them though.
Yeah, Injustice always looked cool to me. I always just looked up like the story stuff on it because it looks like an awesome story, but I just knew like I just don't have the skills to play it. And okay, so next we got a Rocket League Collector's Edition
for the Switch.
For the Switch, yeah. I actually did not hear about this. What's different with this?
I mean, I think the main difference is that it's a physical copy of the game as opposed to the digital one that's already out.
Oh, all right, that's cool.
I don't know what else comes extra. Maybe some skins and stuff. Maybe some loot boxes to open.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's one thing with Rocket League that's always disappointed me is their loot boxes. Like they'll give you the loot boxes, but you have to actually pay to unlock them.
That's how it is with Counter-Strike. Like you unlock the boxes and then you have to pay for the keys, which is actually pretty smart on their part because the game's dirt cheap and people play it for like hundreds of hours anyway.
Well, yeah, it's smart, but I'm not crazy about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I still have not paid for a single loot box in Rocket League.
Yeah, I paid for one, and I got an exotic tire. Yeah, the one time I did, so I'm like, you know what? Not doing it again. We're going out on a high note.
And the last game coming out on January 16th is Inner Space for the Nintendo Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Not entirely sure what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I that doesn't sound familiar to me at all, but it's coming out and everything.
Yep. Moving on, January 18th, we have World to the West for Nintendo Switch. Not sure what that is, but from what the box art looks like, what I saw, it looks like maybe like a little arcadey type game, maybe like type of like The Escapists, in a sense to give you kind of a scale of the game, so it's not too big.
Oh, okay.
And then the following day, January 19th, we have Kirby Battle Royale for the 3DS. Have you played or have you heard of this or seen any gameplay?
Heard of it, haven't really seen gameplay. When the last time I heard it mentioned, I actually thought it was the new Kirby game coming to the Switch.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I wrote it down, but then I realized it was for the 3DS.
Yeah, this game seems to have fallen pretty far under the radar, especially for a Kirby game. I mean, I know Kirby's not like top tier like Zelda and Mario, but Kirby's always been pretty popular.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that plays out in terms of popularity, because I feel like a lot of 3DS games should just be coming to Switch, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. Okay, and then our last item we have here on the new releases coming up is Digimon Story: Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory for the PS4.
There's a name for you. That's the name of a video game.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they're making another Digimon game. Like, is that show even still going?
I think the show's still going. I have no idea, but
Is it? I used to be really into Digimon, the first like 2 seasons, and then I just fell off it. But yeah, interesting.
yeah,
So yeah,
very,
that's
very
our
interesting.
new releases coming next week.
Yeah, so it's still pretty slow though.
Yeah, oh yeah. I January is always a pretty slow month. Normally, except the last couple of years, not necessarily January, but February and March, we've started to see more releases coming out. Instead of in the past where it's mostly been like just November, October, that time. Like last year, we had some good games coming out in the winter time. Maybe not so much in January, but coming closer to like February and March.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right, so
Um,
what you been playing this week, Joel?
so yeah, we're gonna move on and talk about what we're playing. Still addicted to PUBG. Um, I haven't played on PC at all the past week, but I've been playing a lot of Xbox One. I think we've won 3 or 4 matches since last week.
Are you doing a full force squad or duo?
Yeah, I mean, we've mainly been playing like a full force squad, and they just actually just added first person to like the first person only servers to the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been playing that, and that's a lot of fun. And they also added a patch that like stabilizes the game, um, like the frame rate's better, and you can adjust your aim speed. I think I don't forget what it's called exactly, but yeah. So they're definitely making the game better. It still is nowhere near where the PC version of the game is, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that update. I've played a couple matches since the update came out, but I really didn't notice many changes gameplay wise. Like you said, I saw the like addition for the first person thing, but I like in game, like I didn't really notice much of a
Yeah,
performance upgrade.
I don't think you would notice much of a performance upgrade unless you are actively playing the game.
Gotcha,
Like I had just played the night before, and when it came out, I could tell a big difference.
gotcha.
Uh,
I still been playing Overwatch. Uh,
yeah,
the Overwatch League just started yesterday.
yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I watched the first two, um or not the first two, the first three matches last night, and it it looks awesome. It actually looks like an esport that I'm gonna get invested into. Uh they also brought out all of the team skins for all of the characters, which is really cool. Every single character gets 12 new skins. So whatever person you like playing, you can always just rep the team that you want. Like me, I grabbed a Dallas Fuel Tracer skin because they're the team I'm planning on rooting on the most. I was a little disappointed to see just how much they're charging on the skins, because what they did was they added in a new currency for these called just League tokens. Every single skin costs 100 tokens, and to the only way to get the tokens, besides the first one which you get for free, is to buy them through microtransactions.
Really?
And yeah, so to buy one skin is $5, and like the only like discount, you know how in most like phone games and stuff, when you get more, when you pay more, they'll actually give you more for the money. They do that, but not until you're paying like $40 or $100. Like you pay $20, you're still only getting 4, but if you pay like $100, you can get 26. So that was a bit crazy to me,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
but
go look at that because that sounds ridiculous.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Uh, but I actually wrote about that on that video game blog. What I said was it It's the best way to do a microtransaction. Is it's 100% cosmetic. It does not change the game whatsoever. It's just, if you want this, you can buy this. But at the end of the day, that's what's the most important thing. Is no one's buying a skin and then getting an advantage over someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
And
know how I feel about all this Overwatch business, to be honest with you.
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't played in a while. Like, I want to play, but I feel like now I want to play on PC.
gotcha.
And I missed out on that sale when you told me to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I think now I'm just going to wait for another sale, which I'm surprised I don't have a sale right now, because one of the main reasons I wanted to start playing it on PC is because of the Overwatch League.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I saw that was coming out, I was like, oh, I want to play this on PC. Maybe I'll buy it. But, yeah. It's surprising that, like, if they had it on sale right now, a lot of more people would be buying it because they'd be watching it on Twitch at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it was just on sale for quite a while there, so I'm sure most of the people that were gonna buy it did. And then also, like I said last week, I'm sure here coming up in May for the 2nd anniversary, they'll do another sale like that where they'll chop it like half off, because I'm pretty sure they did that last year.
Yeah, more than likely that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Personally, I had actually kind of started just taking a little break from the game, and I don't know, just the whole Overwatch League thing kind of pulled me back in. I never really stopped playing, but like it just was, I was just playing because it was routine, you know. I'm kind of getting excited again about it, and it was kind of in a dull period there where the Mercy Meadow was ruining the game, in my opinion. And then there's some stuff coming out here pretty soon that it's got me excited.
Yeah, that game it's insane to me. Like, it's just gonna keep growing and growing. Like, I don't even know if they've even thought of doing an Overwatch 2 yet. I highly doubt it.
Well, we are talking about Blizzard here. It could be like 10 years before they do a second one.
Exactly. Yeah, so I've also been playing a little bit more of Assassin's Creed Origins, which is still pretty cool. I haven't played too much, but I don't know. It's still cool killing people. I just unlocked the like chariot races, which is very interesting. They get very intense because you can like kill people and you can die during these chariot races, which is pretty cool.
Can you like jump onto other people's chariots?
No, you can't do that. You could pretty much just ram them, but but it is pretty intense. Like, I haven't won every race I've done, so like I've only won 1 out of the 3 I played.
I was thinking kind of like in Syndicate, there's a lot of times where you'll be in a horse-drawn carriage and you'll just be going, and there'll be guys running into you, and you can hit a button where you'll jump onto the roof and you can jump over to the other guy's carriage and kill them if you wanted to. Like, that'd be intense to have that.
You know, maybe that's a perk I'll be able to unlock in the future. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I just touched the surface of that because I wanted to do more side quests in the meantime. But it seems like I'm going to have a side quest that takes me back there to do something, so that should be cool.
But overall, you're liking it still?
Yeah. I like it a lot. Still a lot of fun. I just got to make the time to play it. It's a big game.
Yeah, that's been my thing right now, is I really want to play it, but I still have so many other games. My next game that I've been playing this week is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I was working one day and I saw it come in. I was like, oh, I'll grab this real quick, give it a try. Not a great game. I feel like there's a lot of areas that the developers kind of got lazy, like animation wise. There's just cutscenes that randomly don't have voice acting when others do, and it feels a lot like the first Xenoverse. Like, there's there's changes, but not enough to like really make this a full like sequel. You know how everyone was complaining about that with Destiny 2? Like, this is the way worse perpetrator of that.
Okay.
I feel. Overall, I liked it. I finished it, but I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of getting into this Dragon Ball kick right now with Dragon Ball Fighters about to come out. Super's running pretty well still, so I'm.
Yeah, is there going to be a Dragon Ball Fighters beta, or was there
Yes.
already one?
Yes, there will be one if you pre-order the game. It's coming up here here in a couple weeks.
See,
I think.
I don't think I'm going to pre-order. I want to try the game out though.
I think there is an open beta, and that if you pre-order, you start the beta a day early.
Okay. Cool.
Go on and talk about your second one, and I'll look that up quick.
Yeah, so the last game I've been playing is Rocket League for the Switch, which I think is both of ours. Yeah, I've been playing every night when I lay down for bed and been staying up because of it.
That's been my game to play when I'm on break at work. I get a half-hour break, and I just sit there. I'll connect to the store's Wi-Fi, and I'm playing competitive Rocket League. It's because it's just the perfect game to take on the go there and to play when you have just that little bit of downtime.
Yeah, I've been playing it at night when I've been laying down for bed and playing some competitive. I haven't played that much though. Like I got it, I want to say a week after it came out for Switch, just because I was bored one day and I didn't really play too much of it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. The port is great.
Yeah.
Obviously the graphics aren't as good as Xbox or PS4 or any of that, but it runs really smooth, so you don't even notice, to be honest.
That's really all you can ask for. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we mentioned last week how, yeah, there is a distinct difference in graphics when you compare it to the Xbox or the PS4. But it, like you said, that frame rate is smooth on it. It plays very well. Anyone that has a Switch and loves Rocket League, or if you're anywhere interested in it, I 100% recommend it.
Yeah, it's one of the most fun games for sure, but it's also one of the most frustrating at times.
Gotcha.
It just depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, I wanna circle back to Dragon Ball Xenoverse. What kind of game is that? Because I remember when the first one came out on Xbox One, I almost considered getting it.
Okay. Well, here,
but I had no idea what it was.
The Dragon Ball Fighters beta. Anyone pre-ordering it will start the beta on January 13th. So actually, no, it's this weekend. And then the next day, like I said, everyone else gets to play it through the weekend.
Okay, cool. Did you pre-order?
I was thinking of it. Like I said earlier, I'm not much of a fighting guy, but I really like Dragon Ball Z, so I might. Back to your question though, Xenoverse 2. Have you played any Dragon Ball fighting games in the past?
No, I have not.
Okay. It is, well, the fighting in it, it's from a third-person perspective, your character, and you're behind them, and you're in a wide arena, pretty much, and you can fly around, do your combos. Although there's not really a ton of combos, really what the game puts more of its brunt into is the like special moves, the kamehamehas, the special fighting techniques, and all that, the transformations. So there's not really many combos per se, except for dash, punch them, and then like combo with the special attack. So it's not really like a deep fighting game, but it's okay.
Because I remember, like, I saw videos of it, and it seemed almost like an MMO in ways. Just because, like, I just saw a bunch of people flying around together and shit.
They try to make it like that. This might just be because I'm playing it way too late, but I couldn't ever find anyone to play with. If you join the main lobby or the like main server, you'll see people flying around the main hub world. But every time I went and tried to play a match online or try and do a co-op mission with people, I couldn't find a single person. So those servers are pretty much empty now.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure. Then yeah, we talked about Rocket League. Great game. Go buy it.
Yeah, for sure. It is a great game.
Okay. So I guess we can start getting into this, like I said earlier, oddly busy news week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's oddly busy. I think it's just more stuff we want to talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Sea of Thieves closed beta is coming January 24th to the 29th.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. So the Rare team at Rare went on Facebook and said, the Sea of Thieves closed beta is coming. Those of you who signed up for our insider program before December 1st, and those of you who have pre-ordered the game will be able to sail to your heart's content from the 24th to the 29th of January. If that wasn't enough, the NDA will not apply to the closed beta, so get ready to share your adventure with the world. Grab your crew, load up on grog, and get ready to #BeMorePirate. So yeah, this should be fun to record some clips of.
Yeah, yeah. Like last week when we were talking about it, I've played the early access stuff in it, and you're just not allowed to talk about it. I'm definitely excited for the closed beta to come around and give it another try and actually play with friends. Because, like I said, it's not. I didn't have a great experience alone in it, but that might have just been the lobby I was in. The game looks cool, but it was just I had no one actually. The people I was playing with weren't actually like interacting with me at all. They were kind of just.
There was no communication, which is why I feel like you need to have friends that play the game to play it. And have fun doing so. I mean, I'm sure it might be fun on your own at times, but I feel like most of the time you want to be playing with somebody you know, or at the very least, somebody who has a mic.
Yeah, no, 100%. But it's also a good thing that anyone that actually signed up into the what do they call it, the early access thing, the insider program. If you're still sitting on the fence and you never got into, you can actually give this a try before you go and pre-order it. I kind of hope that they do an open beta before. Like, this is just a closed beta. I hope an open beta does come around so even more people can get a try at it and see if they really like it or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, time will tell. All right, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure. What we got here? The Xbox One X games list could soon welcome some major Microsoft exclusives. A new leak on Spanish Amazon store has seemingly revealed the Crackdown 3 and State of Decay 2 release dates. According to the page listing, State of Decay 2 will be released on Friday, May 25th. This will be followed by Crackdown 3, which has a Friday, June 29th release date. Microsoft is yet to make an official announcement, so the release dates could be placeholders. Although those are weird placeholders to have. Usually when companies do placeholders, they'll do like December 31st, something like that, something that's like just way at the end so that they can say, oh, it's coming out in 2018.
Yeah. If it was a placeholder, it wouldn't have such an oddly specific date.
No, yeah, for sure.
So that's why it just makes it seem all the more realistic that these games are coming out on those days.
Yeah. Kind of, if that Crackdown 3 release date holds out, that's interesting because it was originally only supposed to be delayed until the springtime. They're really going to delay it all the way to...
Did they really say springtime, though? I feel like they just said it's delayed into 2018.
I thought I heard springtime. But then again, you could be right there. It would make sense for them to move it out still because Microsoft has like all their exclusives coming out in spring with Sea of Thieves, supposedly State of Decay 2, and then if they put Crackdown 3 in there, they'd be blowing their load.
Yeah, this is true
within the first
because
month.
we honestly don't know what they have for the fall.
Yeah.
Which brings us up to the next point here of this article that says, and that's not the only Microsoft Xbox One surprise discovery. A new listing on the Brazilian ratings board suggests that a new Forza game is in development. The listing, via Gaming Bolt, suggests that Forza Horizon 4 is coming to Xbox One and PC in 2018. What's less clear is the identity of the developer, especially with rumors that Playground is working on a new project. The rumor suggests that Playground is working on an action RPG, which has led some people to speculate that a new Fable game is coming. So yeah, like maybe that's gonna be like their big game, which is it's getting kind of old to be honest. Like I love the Forza Horizon games. Forza Motorsport is like, I bought the first Forza Motorsport when it came out, and I've loved the games ever since, but ever since they made Forza Horizon, I haven't really cared too much for Forza Motorsport. Like I have Forza Motorsport 7, but I've maybe played 6 hours of it.
Is that the one
Whereas,
that came out this year?
yeah, that's the one that came out this year. So if a Forza game is coming out this year, 2018, then it would probably be a Forza Horizon. And I don't know if that game would be big enough. Granted, it would be great. Not gonna like try and knock it down a peg, but I don't know if it'd be good enough for like, fan service. Because
Well,
not everybody's into racing games.
no, they're not. But Microsoft they've been releasing these Forza games every single year, alternating between the Horizon games and the Motorsport games. I mean, it is one of their biggest franchises right now, with Halo not really doing much lately. And what else do they have? Gears of War that just came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, and they also have Crackdown 3, which the first two Crackdowns did well, but who knows about this third one. And Sea of Thieves, which is yet to have proven itself to be like a reliable.
I 100% believe that it'll be Horizon 4 coming out this year. And they were saying that it could be a different developer. I doubt that. These teams could be big enough that they could have separate teams working on them. They could just split it in half and say, hey, this half you're working on Horizon 4, this half go work on this action RPG, which, hey, if that's a Fable game, I will take that. I love Fable. I was really disappointed to see Lionhead get shut down last year. But I'm not too sure that would be it. There's always the chance, but I would be very surprised to see these guys working on Fable.
Yeah, Fable is a great game. I love those games.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, the main Fable games. Let's not get into the Kinect and the arcade thing that they threw out there.
Yeah, exactly. Those were pretty lame. But yeah, Fable 1 through 3, pretty great.
Yeah.
God, we're just rolling right through this up until that Nintendo Direct news.
I know that's gonna take a while.
Yeah. Next up on the list, we have WWE to broadcast in VR in 2018. WWE is partnering with NextVR to produce 6 10-minute VR experiences this year. Fans will be able to watch the highlights for free on a new WWE channel on the NextVR app following each event. The app is available to download on the Samsung Gear VR headset and Google Daydream View, along with compatible smartphone, PlayStation VR, or Windows mixed reality platform. You don't have VR, do you?
I don't. I've given Oculus a try once at Best Buy, but other than that, I've never touched it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have a PSVR. I don't get very much use out of it nowadays, but who knows? Maybe I'll check this out just because it seems cool. I mean, I'm not into WWE that much, but I enjoy going to the events. I go maybe once every few years, but I feel like seeing it in VR might be a different experience.
My question is what perspective are you taking? Are they putting you in the audience?
Yeah. It would be like watching a live event, I'd assume, or like maybe like a backstage interview where like a wrestler gets super intense in your face, I'd assume. Okay. But I know this Next VR, they have a partnership with NBA as well. Okay. And you can watch it's like one NBA game every other week in VR. So you pay $7 for the game ticket,
Hmm.
and you're like pretty much sitting on, where the commentators sit, like right on the court, half court. You're sitting there, and I think that I heard that they put a camera like right behind the rim
Hmm.
or above the rim or something, so all the action's coming right at you, and you can switch between the cameras
And
at any given point.
it's all live.
Yeah, it's a live game.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane to me, which I think is kind of the future of VR as well. Like, wait until I can pay $20 and be like, on the 50-yard line for the Super Bowl or something. And
Yeah,
then also be able to like switch, like, oh, I'm gonna go to that seat over there. Like,
yeah.
maybe have like 8 cameras set up around the stadium where you can get the best view for every play, and it all feels like you're there.
That kind of thing is where I think VR is actually going to thrive in the future, because we're seeing developers try and make it work in games, but so far it's kind of gimmicky. I've heard good things about Resident Evil 7 in VR, but other than that, I mean, you've got like mini games. Like Job Simulator looks fun, some fun YouTube videos about it, but there's nothing really to keep people engaged long term, and I don't think it can actually hold up in a game sense. Now, if they can do something like you were saying, put me at the Super Bowl, like I'll just pay for it. I don't have to travel. I don't have to pay for a hotel room. I can just be there, watch my team playing. I can give me like a vacation VR where I'm just sitting on a beach somewhere. Like that kind of stuff looks awesome.
Yeah. One thing, going back to the video game portion of VR, I think that the games aren't big enough yet because the technology isn't all the way there. Like, granted, you could play through a whole game if you wanted, but there still is some of that motion sickness. No matter what game you play, you'll still feel a little queasy. So, like, I heard Resident Evil 7 was really good. I haven't played it. I've been meaning to buy it and play through it in VR, but I also heard that, after a while you get sick and, want to sit down with the headset off. I think that's why some of these smaller games like Job Simulator, Rec Room, I think that's why they're all doing so well, is because you can just pop it on for 30 minutes and not feel like you have to keep playing. Whereas in a game like Resident Evil, you might have to feel like, oh man, I got to get to the end of this level, but also you're on the verge of vomiting.
Yeah, no, that would be a big thing. That's kind of what always made me skeptical with VR is I get motion sickness very easily. Like I can't go on any fair rides because I will vomit. If I'm sitting in the back of a car, I get sick. So I've always been kind of worried to give VR a try. Like I said, I tried Oculus and that was fine. An awesome experience, but I just have my doubts about it being a mainstay in the gaming market.
Yeah, it is awesome, and I do think games are going to continue to come out for it. It's just a matter of, I think, hardware. Like right now, I don't think the VR headset hardware is completely there in terms of graphics, So I think once the graphics get a lot better, then that's when we'll really see a breakthrough in the gaming industry.
Gotcha. Last little bit of news before we get into the Nintendo stuff. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered was announced. It's coming to the PS4 and Xbox One on March 20th. Did you ever play this game originally?
No, like I said last week, I played Assassin's Creed 2 all the way through. That was a few years ago. And now I'm playing Origins. So those are the only 2 Assassin's Creed games I've ever even touched.
Okay.
And I've only beaten one of them. So,
all right.
So what is the Rogue storyline? Is that the wait? Is Rogue the one that came out for 360 after the one had been out for like a year?
Yes. Yep. It came out for the PS3 and the 360. It wasn't. The one hadn't been out for. Maybe it was out for a year. It came out like around the same time
I'm sure the one was out close to a year. Because I remember Unity came out for the one, and then they announced Rogue. And I assumed, I was like, oh, Rogue is just Unity, but for the 360 and PS3. But that wasn't the case. It was a completely different game, and it made
I
more
never
sense
played
to me.
Rogue. I missed out on Rogue as well. I was talking to a friend earlier today about it, though, and he was saying that it was pretty much Black Flag all over again.
Okay.
I wrote a blog post for that video game blog, and it's about an assassin who gets betrayed by the other assassins. So he becomes a Templar and starts hunting down his old comrades. And it's during like the 7 Years' War. And I guess there's a lot of sailing in it, and it's supposed to take place around America. Yeah, if it's cheap enough, I might give it a try. Like when it came out originally, I was playing Unity, or I was looking forward to Unity whenever they came out. I wasn't planning on going back to the 360 at all to play Rogue. So if it's cheap enough, if it's a full $60, there's no way I'm touching this game.
Yeah, I mean, especially now, because if you look on CD Keys, you can get Black Flag and Unity for like $1.50 for both of them.
Yeah. And from the sounds of things, Black Flag is the better game, and I've played that.
I mean, it still might do well, though. Rogue might, just because, like you said, it is kind of similar to Black Flag, and I know a lot of people loved that game.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't see a price listing on it, but we'll see.
We will see.
All right, so there was a surprise Nintendo Direct today. Kind of a surprise. Nintendo was kind of hinting at it on their
They were Twitter. Hinting at it, and like people had pretty much guessed the date like a week ago, but it just was all but confirmed.
Yeah, there was also a leak from a while ago. I think Ubisoft accidentally leaked that January 11th was going to have a Nintendo Direct like months ago.
Yes, a lot of news here as well.
Yeah. I woke up this morning, looked at my phone, and saw announcement after announcement, and I was like, "Oh, there was some pretty good stuff in there." How about you take the first one?
Yeah, so first we had they announced Dark Souls Remastered coming to Switch. That's actually what they ended with. And that is also actually coming to Xbox One and PS4. I'm not sure if it's coming to PC. I'd assume it is, but maybe not.
Is the original Dark Souls already on PC?
Possibly, but I mean they still release remastered versions.
Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't make much sense to me if they would do that. I don't know. Have you ever played Dark Souls?
No. So I won Dark Souls 2, a digital copy of it. So I have it. I launched it once. I played maybe 10 minutes, died like 25 times, and gave up. And that's my Dark Souls experience. But I have, like I know a lot of people love Bloodborne. So I feel like I don't know how different they are in terms of gameplay. I know they're pretty similar, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give Dark Souls a shot again now that it's going to be remastered.
Same developer. It's the same developer, so it's pretty much the same game. I haven't ever played Dark Souls or Bloodborne. I've just seen videos of it. It doesn't really look like my kind of game to get into. I'm into like the boss fights and everything, but I don't know, just something about it never really captured me. But I've never tried it, so if I give it a try someday, we'll see. It coming to the Switch is probably the best chance of me picking it up. I said the same thing with Skyrim. Just the Switch is so awesome. Just being able to take it on the go there, play it. I don't have to play it like all the time or for long periods of time. That could be my break game, and then I'll just put it on and sleep.
Yeah, understandable. The last thing I'll say about it is that I do know that the people that love that game really love that game.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a huge fan base behind it. Next up, a new Mario Tennis game was announced. Mario Tennis Aces is coming in spring. Joel, you're our resident tennis expert. Should we be excited for this?
Absolutely. I think we should. This is probably my favorite announcement of the Direct, to be honest. Because, I don't know. I never played a Mario Tennis game before.
I played the Nintendo 64 version. I had that forever ago, and I had a lot of fun with it, even though I'm not much of a tennis fan. I Actually, the announcement of this got me excited for what they could announce in the future.
Mario Golf.
I would like another Mario baseball game.
Baseball? I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's like on the GameCube. I had it. It was like Mario or Superstar Sluggers. It was a lot of fun. It kind of, did you ever play RBI Baseball back on the NES?
No, I did not. I was gonna assume it was more of like a backyard baseball.
Close.
I guess.
Close. Yeah, very basic game, baseball wise, and then all the Mario characters they have like their certain moves. Like Mario and Luigi can jump off the outfield wall to rob home runs. Bowser and Donkey Kong have powerful arms from the outfield when trying to throw someone out at home. Peach and Daisy can instantly throw without having to wind up. Some cool stuff. It was a lot of fun, and I'd like another one on the Switch. I'd buy it.
I mean, I feel like I'd be more excited for a Mario Golf personally.
Yeah, Mario Golf's all right. Like just like with the tennis thing, I'm not much of a golf fan, but I know there's people that do. You were playing everybody's golf, right?
Yeah, everybody's golf. So I'm assuming Mario Golf would be very similar to that.
Mm-hmm. One more thing about that is they look to be giving the characters like makeovers. Like they're actually in tennis clothes now. They're not in their normal, like Mario's not in his overalls and his hat. He's got like a tennis outfit on now.
Yeah, and another interesting thing is they have a story mode for it, which is very weird to me.
I think they've tried to do that before. Maybe on like the GameCube or the Wii. I don't know how successful it was or anything, but
yeah, I know. Hopefully the story mode's good.
Yeah.
Next we have Kirby Star Allies, which is a weird name to me.
I think it's an awesome name.
But yeah, I've never played a Kirby game, so I don't know.
Oh, I'm really excited for this. This is the game that they showed off at E3 this last summer.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, it's the 4-player co-op game. I'm pretty excited for it. I like Kirby games. Being able to play another co-op game on my Switch, I'm all for that. I was kind of hoping to see some Kirby news out of the next Direct, and I'm happy to see that we even got a release date for March 16th. Yeah, that's really all I got to say about it. I'm excited.
Yeah, so like the 4-player co-op, it's not like you have to play with 4 people, right? Like you can play by yourself or you can play with somebody next to you. Can you play online? Have they said anything about that?
Yeah, it's you can play local co-op, online co-op, and I believe when you play single player, you'll have 3 AIs. I could be wrong on that. I could be very wrong on that. It could just be the single player playing through. But
maybe we'll have to play some co-op online.
For sure.
I'll have my girlfriend grab a controller, and we have 3. So maybe
all right,
we'll get a 4th, and we'll get a squad going.
I got a 4th. I am down. Next up,
The World Ends With You. That's the game that is a DS port, right?
Yes, it was a DS game that apparently a lot of people liked. I
was gonna say, is that a popular DS game? Because I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of it. I've never seen gameplay of it or anything. I mean, it must be popular if they're completely remaking it for the Switch. From what I understand, it is the DS version just on Switch.
Okay, so they really probably didn't have to do much work to get it over.
Well, probably just updating the
screen
graphics on it and then switching it from a touch screen to, well, I mean, the Switch has a touch screen. I don't know. Like I said, I never played it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how that's going to work in terms of how on the DS there's 2 screens, top and bottom.
Yeah.
On the Switch there's 1 big screen. I hope they don't just do a cop-out version where it's just half and half still. You know what I mean?
That would be terrible. Yeah. Next up, we got Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition coming out this spring. Uh, this version is a lot like the Mario Kart 8 and Pokken Tournament versions, where it originally came out on the Wii U, and they're just bringing it back for all of us that never touched a Wii U. So like 95% of the population.
Yeah, I mean, I had one for a brief moment. I had a lot of fun playing Smash Bros on it. One of the great things about that is so many people like had or still have a Wii lying around. And if you need an extra controller, you could just use one of those, which was very convenient.
Yeah.
So I remember we were playing like 4 of us were playing at a time, and we all had different controllers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were playing in my friend's basement. Like there was like 8 of us there, and we had 4 different controllers playing.
In this version, all of the 3DS and Wii U items are going to be included. That's maps, characters, all the DLCs is all included. And then Link and Zelda will also be getting their Breath of the Wild clothes, which is a pretty cool throwback. Have you ever been into these kind of games, the like Dynasty Warrior kind of games?
When I was growing up, I was into them just because like one of my good friends played them a bunch, and so like I would play them. Obviously, co-op, they're a lot of fun, local co-op. But I don't think I could play them again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like even with the Legend of Zelda skin on it, I still don't think I can get into it. I would like to try a demo. I wish they would come out with a demo for that, because I would love to try it then.
Yeah, I think that's what would really sell me on it. I've never really given a Dynasty Warrior game a try, but I am a huge Legend of Zelda fan, so anything Legend of Zelda I am willing to at least try. This being such a far departure from what Zelda usually is, I'm not sure how much I'll get into it, but if it has fun gameplay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I think a demo is crucial for this game, in my opinion.
Yes.
Up next, we have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze with Funky Kong. That was that Wii U game, right? Everybody loved.
Yeah, that was the Wii U game. They originally made Donkey Kong Country Returns for the original Wii and the 3DS, I think, and everyone loved it. So they came out with Tropical Freeze for just the Wii U, and like I said, no one had a Wii U, so no one played it.
Yeah, I know that this is a pretty big deal because a lot of people plan on playing it on their Switch now, which is pretty cool. I'm sure I'll be included in that list.
Oh yeah, me too. I played Donkey Kong Country Returns on the 3DS, and I loved it. It was a great game. Also, them adding in Funky Kong is pretty cool, because I know originally the game had Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and Cranky Kong that you could play as. So they're just adding in another playable character. So it'll be interesting to see how his gameplay changes up the game.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely be ready to try that out. Up next, we have Mario Odyssey. They're now going to have a new free mode added called Balloon World, which essentially is hide and seek in a sense. So you take like I don't know how much time. I think 30 seconds. Like, and I'm assuming the spawn is the same on different maps, different parts of the map. And you take 30 seconds, I'm assuming, to go hide a balloon. And then, so that's in the hide mode. And then there's a seek mode, I think, or something like that. I forget what it's called, where you're just spawning in and you're trying to find a balloon somebody else hid. Which, I mean, the way they're making it sound is they're making it sound like it's 2 completely different modes. What I want to see is a game mode where, you know, me and John here spawn into a match, and then it doesn't show him what I'm doing, but it gives me 30 seconds to hide it, and then I get to watch him try and find it.
That'd be pretty cool. Like one person plays as Mario, the other one plays as Luigi, because it's Luigi that's hosting the thing. Like, we finally get Luigi in Mario Odyssey. He's been missing the entire time so far.
Yeah, I think that the kind of game mode I just described would be a lot more fun. But, I mean, who knows? We'll see how this works itself out. I'm sure either way people are going to love it. I mean, like, any sort of multiplayer in this game is going to be cool.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's free. So I mean, I'll definitely give it a try. I really liked Mario Odyssey. Uh, I like it. I'm kind of, I don't know. I wasn't really expecting an announcement like this to come to Mario Odyssey. Uh, I was kind of hoping for like, I don't know, story DLC or something to just give me something more levels or something.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure. I'm sure that's coming. I mean, it might not be for a while, but I
yeah,
can almost guarantee you there's some sort of DLC coming to that game, just like
yeah.
Zelda had. But
There's
although
probably some.
they did announce the Zelda DLC before the game even came out, didn't they?
Uh, I don't remember. It might have been like right after,
Yeah, I know
or
it was
maybe.
pretty close to release that they announced it.
Yeah. Uh,
Up
all right.
next, we have Mario and Rabbids DLC with Donkey Kong. Did you play this game?
No, I want to give it a try though. It's a lot like XCOM, I guess, and
Yeah, it's apparently XCOM in a Mario Cross Rabbids skin, but I don't know if I'd ever like that game because I've never played an XCOM, so I'm not sure.
yeah, that's the one thing that's got me hesitant about it is I gave the first XCOM a try on 360. I think it's Enemy Unknown. I gave that a try for like 20, 30 minutes, and I didn't really get into it. But and also I don't care about the rabbits at all. Like that does not appeal to me whatsoever.
Yeah, me either. But then again, you do have a daughter, so I feel like if you were playing that game and she was watching, she might enjoy watching you play it.
Yeah, she might like to watch me play, but that's not really a game that she would play with me. I feel like that would
Yeah.
be a little too
Oh,
complicated
yeah, it would
to
definitely be too
involve her.
complicated, but I mean, I feel like it's something that if you had on, the TV that you wanted to play, I'm sure she wouldn't mind watching.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, I mean, them bringing Donkey Kong into it's always cool. This could be the year of Donkey Kong with with them bringing him to that, and then also Tropical Freeze. Uh, yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's really all we have to say on that.
Moving
Uh,
on, we have Pokken Tournament is getting a new paid DLC with new Pokemon. I mean, I've never played Pokken Tournament. I'm not really interested in the game at all. I mean, when they announced that it was coming to Switch, I was really hoping it would have been Smash Bros, which is literally what everybody's waiting for. I don't know. I don't know. I have so many questions I would ask Nintendo if I could. But yeah, new paid DLC coming to Pokken Tournament.
yeah, I haven't given it a try either, and I don't really have any desire to. Uh, I love Pokemon, but I don't really want a Pokemon fighting game.
Yeah,
Just
I completely agree with that
give me.
statement.
I'll just wait for that Pokemon RPG that they're bringing to the Switch, and then I'll be happy.
Yeah, hopefully this year. Apparently that's what they said at
I,
E3 last year. Who knows?
I do not believe that at all.
Neither do I.
Like they didn't even have a logo to show us at E3 last year. They had nothing. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
They just had a dude on the screen telling us that they were working on it.
who promised us we're working on it?
Yeah. Moving on, we have Payday 2's coming to the Switch February 27th. I've played quite a bit of Payday 2 on PC, but my one flaw is that this is another game that requires a lot of communication. So like it requires a lot of talking with your teammates, strategizing if you want to, be successful in the game and, have more fun. So the one thing it lacked on any console, I guess, is it came out on 360. I'm sure it was a big deal when it first came out back in the day, and then when they re-released them, nobody played them. Like people bought them obviously, but like if I wanted to go on and play, I would have nobody to play with. I would have to rely on finding randoms that have microphones, and that's never fun. So I don't know how it's gonna do on the Switch. Obviously, Payday 2's. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, especially with the Switch not having a full-fledged voice chat. It's kind of by a game by game basis. So yeah, I don't know. Have you played Payday?
Yeah, I think I played the second one on Xbox One. It is that the only one that's on Xbox One?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It's the only
all
one
right.
on one.
So yeah, I played that one, and yeah, it's fun. Uh, I share the same skepticism as you with the voice chat thing because we all know that the Switch does not have a great voice chat thing set up, at least so far. I think Splatoon 2 is the only one that used it, and from what I've heard, that's a mess.
Yeah, I've never even tried it.
Yeah, so they could be just setting this game out to die on the Switch. And how long ago did that game even originally come out? It was a while ago, right? Yeah, I feel like it was like 4 years ago. Like I get that they want to bring it back to Switch.
August 13th of 2013. I mean, another thing with the Switch release is it's going to be coming with all DLC, and it is also going to have a timed exclusive DLC as well that comes with the game. So, like, I don't know if that's like a new heist or, you know, a new map, but
I did see there's a new character.
So it does have some exclusive stuff, but I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, the game's probably going to be $60, and nobody's going to pay $60 for that game just because it's on the Switch.
No,
honestly, I don't think many people would pay $30 for that game on the Switch.
Well, $30, I think they would, but yeah, $60. I know I wouldn't. But they're like the same thing. I have no interest in Skyrim. I have no interest in what was the other game we were talking about? Dark Souls, and I would give them a try on the Switch. So there's gonna be people out there that would give it a try.
I just don't think it's gonna be very successful.
Nah, we'll see. Last up here, we got Faye releasing February 16th. Do you remember this game at all?
I have no idea what that is.
This is the game that I believe it's EA. They showed it off like 2 E3s ago. It was their game that it's got like the white, like a very dark area. It's all very colorful and very artistic. Light.
No, I did not. I think I own it on Xbox because wasn't that a free game?
It was.
Okay, yeah. I own it. I never played it though.
It's gameplay wise, it's not like that, but like from an artistic standpoint, it's just very artistic. Like that's the big draw of it so far. I didn't watch the direct today, so I didn't see if they released a trailer or anything for this. I also saw there was another game called Celeste.
I'm not sure.
I know there's some people that were kind of looking at Faye or Fee, however it's pronounced. I mean, it looked like a nice little game. It will probably be like a $20 game.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, all in all, a lot of stuff coming to the Switch and 3DS, I guess. Was there a 3DS game in here? Yeah, I think there was. But I don't think we talked about it. But either way, a lot of Nintendo stuff coming out. It wasn't the Direct we all wanted, and we all figured that out really quick just from the title, Nintendo Direct Mini. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people had really high hopes just because of how hyped this Direct has been over the past week. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to for Nintendo consoles. And that pretty much does it for the Pixel Street Podcast, episode 23 for January 11th, 2018. As always, you can come watch us live stream as we are right now over on the Almost Random YouTube channel on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central Time. And the YouTube video will be available immediately after on YouTube. So you can go ahead and watch that anytime over the weekend. And then the audio version will be available Monday morning on SoundCloud, iTunes Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it, it'll be on there. So each and every week, me and John Hansen here get together and we talk about, the new releases in gaming, what we're playing, and some of the big news that has happened. As always, I'm Joel Campos. You can find me on Twitter at Campos63. Check out my Mixer channel as well. I've been streaming over there quite a bit on mixer.com/Campos63. And you can find John. Where can they find you, John?
I'm at RevX Shadows on Twitter. You can also just look up RevX Shadows on YouTube. I will be making a video here within the next week talking about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, the gem of a game that is. Other than that, check out that video game blog where me and Joel both have some writings put up there. Other than that, Nintendo.
Give me Smash on the Switch.
Good luck with that. Until next week.
Later.